Hello guys! So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video on the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. Here it is. I bought this a couple weeks ago and I've been really good, and I haven't tried it yet because I wanted to film a first impressions video for you guys. So I'm really excited I finally am filming it and trying it out because I have not been enjoying any of my current foundations really. So hopefully this is just the magicalest foundation ever. And alright guys, so let's get started. On the front it says CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation. SPF 20. Color I got, it's called Buff Beige. And then on the back it says All Day Flawless Coverage, Lasting Power of a Primer, Coverage of a Concealer, and Blendability of a foundation in one. Shine free. Sounds perfect. So, I like that it has a pump. Let's see how it works. Works okay. I like that it's turquoise. That's always a plus. I don't have any primer on, just moisturizer. My face is so red. I think the color is okay. I am breaking out a little bit right here, so we'll see how it covers that up. So far I'm liking the coverage. And it's not too thick. I like that. I don't like when full coverage foundations are really thick when you're applying them. So that was pretty quick to apply. I only did like 3 small little pumps, like pea-size amounts, and I'm pretty impressed with the coverage. Let's do a up-close and personal test. It's not sticking to any dry patches. Looks pretty good. Up close I can still see the shape of all my little bumps on my forehead, but I mean, I have yet to find a foundation that completely changes the texture of my skin. So far I like it. I mean, it has a good coverage and it applied really fastly. It blended really well. I liked the consistency of it. I like that it has a pump, so far so good. Okay, so now I have all my makeup done and I still really like the way it looks. It looks really smooth. And I just set it with a translucent setting powder like I do for all my first impressions on my foundation, so I can really see the coverage and whatnot of the actual foundation, not the powder. Anyways, so far on packaging, I would give it a 10 out of 10 actually. This is like ideal foundation packaging for me just because I like a pump, and I don't know, it just seems like really high quality. It's in like a nice glass bottle, so, and maybe the fact that it has a turquoise pump doesn't hurt either. Price, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It was about $10. So that's like really low. Obviously there's cheaper foundations out there, but I mean, that's like pretty cheap for a foundation compared to like what I have spent on foundations in the past. Application, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It applied really easily. It gave me a good full coverage, like in one layer. And yeah, it didn't, like the pump was easy to use and whatnot. I thought it applied really easily and really quickly and gave me a good coverage. Instant appearance, I would also give it a 9 out of 10. I think it looks really good. And, you know, obviously I would prefer it if it could like smooth over my imperfections, but maybe foundations just can't do that and I'm just in la la land in my head. So let's just do the last test for now. Selfie. Selfie test, I'd actually give maybe an 8 out of 10. I don't know if you guys can see, probably not, but you can kind of see like my little wrinkle right here. It's not the foundation's fault, it's just my skin's fault, but still just gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because I wish it wasn't there. Anyway, so we gotta test it on lasting power and oil control, so I will check in with you guys at lunchtime and after work, and we will be able to fully grade this foundation. But so far, I think I am really liking it. I need to like add up the totals, but I'm pretty sure right now it's averaging about a 9 out of 10, which is probably the highest I've ever rated anything on a first impression. So far so good. So it is now lunchtime and I am here to check in with you and see how this foundation is holding up. And to be honest, I think it looks really good. Well, I can see a little bit of oil peeking through right here like always. Like that always happens to me at lunchtime around this time with every foundation. But I have very oily skin. It's still covering my breakouts pretty well. Just like around my chin because I ate a sandwich in the car, so that probably like wiped off all my makeup around my chin. But like when I look at myself in the mirror, I still like the way that I look. I would probably just touch up a little bit with some powder right now if I needed like a flawless look, but so far so good. I'm pretty impressed, you guys. I'm kind of happy with this foundation because I have been looking for a new foundation for a while, so hopefully this one just becomes my best friend because I'm looking for a new best friend foundation. So I am home from work, yay! And I am here to evaluate this foundation over the course of an 8-hour day. So here it is. I think I would need to use an oil control primer with this and maybe my Slick setting spray and maybe like a mattifying powder. It doesn't claim to be a oil control foundation, so I'm not gonna like really take off points for that. It does say shine free, but I mean when I first put it on it was really shine free. So for coverage, I am actually going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I think that the coverage is still really good. My skin tone looks really even and it still like is covering my redness and you know like my breakouts and stuff pretty well. Oil control, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because it doesn't really control my oil. Like I don't look like, just kidding, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because I don't look like a greasy blob or anything, but I definitely do look oily in my T-zone. Lasting power, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because even though my oil showed through, I still think that like the coverage and the color is still lasting, and you can still see the color of my blush, which is always a good indicator of a good foundation. So overall, I'm actually going to give this a 9 out of 10. I don't even know if that averages out, but I was just overall really impressed with this foundation, and I don't know if it's just because I just absolutely dislike all the foundations I'm using right now that I was just like really into this one, but I love that it was a drugstore foundation, and I feel like it works just as well as the high-end foundations that I've been using. It actually reminds me a lot of my MAC Match Master foundation, which I used and loved for a long time. I still have some left and still use it sometimes. So I think that this is really great. I would definitely recommend it. Make sure you get a color, test it on the inside of your wrist. That's what I always do because that's like the lightest part of your skin. So if it matches that, it'll match your face. I hope this review helped you guys, and I hope some of you guys try this out, and if you do, let me know what you thought. That is my review. I hope you guys liked it, and again, this is just based off my first impressions, so make sure you check out my next monthly favorites video. If this isn't it, then it means I'm still impressed with it. So yeah, check out my other videos, you guys. I recently just did a fall makeup look and with a collab with my friend Diana, so make sure you check that out. And I will be posting more and more videos this week now that I kind of have my room set up a little bit. Obviously, it's still in progress. I'm getting it more set up so then I can film more videos in here, and I hope you guys like it. I love you guys. Check out my Twitter and my Instagram, always linked down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!